Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. Happy Sunday. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you spending some time on your Sunday morning to hang out with me while I do Lego stuff, building, designing, that kind of thing. If you're new to the channel, I hope you subscribe and get updates about future design projects and general having fun building things. So hope to see you around. So today we are building something I picked up from, and this music's a little loud. I'm gonna turn that down to just a touch. Picked up while at Bricks Minifigs recently. Got me a copy of the Coruscant Guard Gunship, the LAAT, but the Coruscant version of it. And we've got, I don't know if, I have no idea why the cameras don't work. They just refuse to cooperate. Literally set it all up this morning. It all worked. I didn't turn anything off. I just switched scenes and then it's like, yeah, now I don't work anymore. So anyway, got this from Bricks and Minifigs. Took in a couple sets to trade for it. And it's not a bad set. By the looks of it, it looks pretty basic. It's got some good Coruscant Guard figures here, of which I don't have a ton of. It's got Commander Fox. Good morning, Missy. Good morning, Zisu. How are you doing? It's got a sort of a version of Padme that I don't have, so this might be good for some future microfighters if I can figure out something. One of the Naboo starfighters, maybe, or Naboo ships. And then it's got a Chancellor Palpatine, of which I have already from a previous set of the Venator, like the playset Venator one came with the Chancellor Palpatine, but it was the Clone War ones with like the big eyes. What's up, Johnny? How's it going? Yes, Johnny was on here early this morning saying hello. So let's get into it. I don't know how old this set is. I think it's about 2 years now, maybe. Not really sure. But we'll crack into it. I'm looking at it now. I'm really hoping that... It looks like there's a handful of stickers. So hopefully not a lot. That's probably going to be a sticker. That's a sticker. That's a sticker. So I may save those for other things. So how is everybody doing this morning? How was your weekend? Did you do anything fun Friday or Saturday night? See any good movies? Start any good books? Anything like that? Assessing the situation and my inventory. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I think it didn't do too well because there was something about Commander Fox, something about the figure itself, and I think, honestly, people are a bit tired of gunships. This is a pretty cool looking set, though. I mean, I do like the Coruscant red, the dark red, but I think, in general, people may be a little tired of... We lost the camera again. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So here we go with this garbage again. I'll just keep having to do this. If you guys see the table camera freeze up, I rebooted. I did all the updates I could find. Everything else is closed. It's just OBS and Windows don't like something. It doesn't like two cameras at once, which I think is garbage, but whatever. This looks like it needs to be a little wider to get everything, so we'll widen that a little bit. But yeah, just keep me posted if you see the camera lock up and me not notice it. What we'd really like, I think, as a Star Wars fan, is some chrome pieces and make a few Naboo ships. We get the first Naboo ship we see, the Queen's Naboo cruiser. And then in part 2 or part 3, we see that really big frigate. That'd be cool. And then her little skiff in part 2. There's some cool ships right there. Make some chrome pieces, yo. All right, so there's 10 bags apparently, and it tells you where the figures are accordingly and which parts you're going to be building. So, what's up, Bill? Yellow to you. How are things? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, if they could figure out, even if they didn't do chrome, even if they did, like if they tried to get away with it with like a light brushed metal or something like that, some of those pieces, if they could get away with doing that, I bet they'd get, but it, you know, those are famously chrome ships. So, this is a dual print head with her signature silver blaster. So what's everybody up to today? Other than thank you for being here viewing this stream. So here's your Padme. Come on. I like this Padme outfit. There's her dual head. A little more action head kind of thing. I like this Padme outfit a lot. I like her sort of, it's this is like a Clone Wars kind of outfit she had when she was like the fighting senator kind of feel to it. I think that's probably one of my favorites of hers. I'm gonna go ahead on record say that I was not opposed to the I know they were sort of universally derided, but the Clone Wars figures that Lego did for a while with the big eyes, I kind of liked them. I didn't mind them all that much. It reminded me of the show, you know? They did look goofy, and they probably weren't great for Lego in general, but I didn't mind them all that much. Which means when I'm looking for figures, I know that those will probably come very cheap, which means I could get the bodies and then just switch out the heads. So... oh, camera's frozen. There we go. Things going good. Work on switching from Streamlabs to Prism Live Studio. Also got a premiere after your stream. Part 1 of the Brick Fair walkthrough. I saw that. I signed up for a notification. I hope that it reminds me so I can go watch it. Switching from Streamlabs to Prism Live Studio. So are you moving away from OBS too, or is OBS still going to be feeding into Prism Live? What are you using Streamlabs for? Like the graphics and the music, whatnot? I'd like your input because I'm not married to this. I've only been using this format for 3 years now. I've been streaming for over 4.5. Yeah, the Dooku was, I think, my favorite, and I think including him, if I ever get the his Solar Sailor ship done, I'm gonna use the Clone Wars. Ooh, I don't see yellow pins all that often. I might use that version of him because I think it's a great version. It just fits him, you know. Also, like, oh, this is why, because they're loose. They're like blue pins or gray pins. Well, OBS is more like the front end, and Streamlabs is sort of the web version of it. Like, you can just use Streamlabs. Like, you can just use StreamYard or Restream or Streamlabs. And as long as you have something feed into it, at least that's my understanding of it. But yeah, let me know how it works with the new stuff. I was actually looking at like doing intros and stuff the other day, and then I realized I'd rather focus more on doing Lego than worry about my stream. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the stream gets a little stale. So maybe jazz it up a little bit. Move it around. So Bill, you're new here. What is your favorite Lego theme? And what did you have for breakfast? Assuming that you are in the States and not joining us from Europe or Australia or something. In which case, what'd you have for breakfast? I guess that still applies. People in Europe and Australia can have breakfast. Streamlabs is fully OBS. I use it exactly like you would use OBS. I streamed at Brick. Nice. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just use OBS. I don't use... I've cobbled together a couple other... Like the chat thing is a web. You just plug it into the scene that you're using. That's about it. Everything else is out of the box. OBS. When did I miss putting those pieces on? I didn't. Oh, flip it like that. Got it. Let's see. Ooh, AMC The Terror. I just started Dark Matter with what's his name? Joel Edgerton. It's a little slow to start. It's kind of a Nowhere Man switched universe kind of thing. And as far as I know, it's what was the one that I was just watching? It was The True Detective, but it was the one with Jodie Foster, Dark Territory or North Territory or something like that, where it was like two different universes that were quantum entangled kind of thing. That's kind of what Dark Matter appears to be. It's parallel universes that you can go back and forth through. And so the scientist in one kidnaps his version of himself in the other and switch places with him for some reason. We don't know why yet. So it looks all right. There's some writing that I'm not a big fan of so far, and it was a little slow to start, but I might give it 2 or 3 more episodes. And then I just watched, I went on kind of a sci-fi kick to try to find some stuff. I watched Passengers, which wasn't bad, but wasn't like, there were some kind of interesting parts to it. And I think I'd like to read the book that it's based off of. I think I might like it. I'm on this huge kick lately of things that are fleets or ships by themselves out in the middle of nowhere. There's a new movie coming out with Casey Affleck that looks like that. Maroon ships kind of in the middle of nowhere. I still haven't seen the new Alien yet. I might do that soon. See if Beth wants to go see that with me. But yeah, it was all right. And then I got a West Wing book. It's a book written by 2 of the cast members. One of whom was sort of not a major cast member. She was the deputy or assistant to the press secretary. But in real life, she's she does a lot of service-oriented activities. And so the book is about kind of a behind the scenes look at the cast and the show, but also as it ties into services that they have performed, right? Like organizations that they champion and things that they do outside of the show, and what the show kind of helped them turn, you know, life, kind of translate into a life of service. So it's pretty cool so far. Yeah. Well, and Jennifer Connelly's, it's funny because the way it's written is just, so you've seen Dark Matter, right? Or parts of it to know enough of what I'm talking about. So the reason I don't like the first episode is you already, like, we've seen enough sci-fi to know kind of what's going to happen, right? We know the basic premise of the story, and that's just from reading the show's description. I'm like, oh, okay, it's going to be one of these. What I don't like is the way they kind of write around specifics, so everything feels a little hollow, right? Because they can't be too grounded in the reality that they've got, because they've got to share the screen time with two realities. But everything feels a little like slightly unfinished. Oh, don't have Apple TV. Yeah, if you did have Apple TV, I would also recommend like Ted Lasso, For All Mankind, Silo, just real good stuff. For All Mankind's really good. But yeah, Jennifer Connelly's in it. Yeah, it just feels weird. It feels like I don't know. I'm gonna give it a few more episodes and just see if like this feeling I have of it kind of goes away. Not all the way through. But yeah, I've been binging West Wing lately, and then reading this book. I think they're making sure that this instruction is like, make sure the hole's on the right side. Yes, sir. Watched Austin FC win a game last night in Nashville. That was kind of cool. That almost never happens. But Nashville is also apparently not a very good team, so that was cool, I guess. Yeah, Passengers was okay. Like, it wasn't terrible. It was kind of short, you know, and some of it was like, kind of hokey. And some of it didn't make sense, but some of the physics they got right, and some of the ideas about space travel they got right. And one thing I really liked was that, I'm not giving anything away by saying, you can look up the description of the movie and get this, but basically it's Brad Pitt and what's her name? Oh, my brain is shot. Can't think of it. Jennifer something. Are on like it's a commercial Ark ship, basically. It's got 5,000 people on it. They're going to another habitable planet and they're going to start over, right? Well, there's an accident and it wakes Chris Pratt up early. And then stuff happens, right? So it's funny because in the first little bit, he's, and I'm kind of spoiling this because I don't think anybody's going to watch it. It's a kind of fun thing to have on in the afternoon. It's not, it's not too heavy, but everything on the ship is automated because it's commercial. They want people just to go have their good time, get to where they need to be, and start their new life. And it's money making. So the fewer, like, you don't want a crew for 120 years. You know, you're going to go through 2 or 3 crew members. So they put everything into stasis. And so there's a problem, and he's trying to figure out what to do, and he can't talk to anybody because there's nobody awake. And so he gets the computer to send a message basically to the customer support of the company that runs these ships. And he kind of describes the problem and then hits send, and the computer voice says, "Thank you. Your message will be received in 55 years," or something like it. He goes, "What?" because it's time dilation. He goes like, and then they show the graphic and they said, and you can expect a response in 87 years. And he's like, oh, and it says your total cost is $6,000 something. And he's like, oh, well, okay, whatever. And I actually laughed out loud at that because that's something that's like, yeah, good. They didn't do like, there was a Katie Sackhoff show. There was a sci-fi we're stuck in space kind of thing that was on for a hot second. And they had like instantaneous faster than light communications thousands of light years away or whatever. And I'm like, that's not how that works, guys. And so I instantly stopped watching the show. There are very few things that'll get me to stop watching, like instantly stop watching a show. And that was one of them. They're like, we're calling Earth. I'm like, wait a minute, how far are you away from Earth? No, that's not how that works. But yeah, it's all right. It's a romp. It's not as serious as like Moon or something, but or Sunshine. Man, Sunshine was good. Was it Sunshine or Sunlight? I think it was Sunshine. I am going to get my heating pad going here. I don't know if I can lean against a chair and build, but we're going to try. Back is still not doing awesome. And I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to do... We've got TIFO rigging coming up this week. And I'm concerned I may not be able to do that. But might change. So if you know some good sci-fi stuff that you think I should watch, let me know. I will try most things. I don't know what this is. Did I switch to hip hop? Don't like this song. So far, this synthwave channel hasn't been too bad, but I just don't like that one. Yeah, Moon was sort of the standard. There's a few movies like Moon as the good sort of quiet, alone type of movie. You really are gonna be emulating that no matter what you do. It's sort of a standard. District 9 is another one that was just, you had no real expectations going in, and it just totally blew everything out of the water. Sunshine was another one. There was two that came out really close to each other. One was Sunshine and one was Europa Report. And Europa Report looked interesting, and it came out about the same time. I was like, oh, cool. But then it turned into basically Prometheus, which was scientists being stupid, right? And doing unscientific things. Letting their sort of base human emotions take over. And it's like, I don't think they'd really do that in real life. But you got to make the movie happen. The Expanse changes a lot, and I want to go back now that it's been a few years since the last season. And I want to go back and read the books now that I've kind of forgotten everything but the most basic of brushstrokes to the show. Because I'd like to read it. Excuse me. But yeah, it changes a lot. It changes its focus a lot, I feel. And I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but I really liked it. I tried to enjoy Europa Report, but I was just like, oh God, come on. People wouldn't do that. Like, scientists would not act like that. You know, just say they're like miners or venture capitalists. Give them a reason to act stupid like this. And Prometheus was the same way. We've gathered the greatest scientific minds, and they're basically like, watch this, like the whole movie. Let's poke this thing. It's like, really? Do you think that's probably the best idea? Nothing drives me more crazy in sci-fi than that. So I kind of don't like that there's a giant hole back here when you rotate. I mean, when you rotate this around, it's good like that. But I know these are going to hang and be like the front guns kind of thing. But I don't like seeing like these open. I don't know how else they would do it, but... that seems not right. Oh, bent in. Okay. I'm like, of course that's not right. Okay. So that's really all I have that's been going on this week. Again, just watched a lot of TV, a lot of West Wing. Played that Dead Space game. And I was thinking about getting another game. I was thinking about getting Callisto Protocol. It's another space horror survival game. But Star Wars Outlaws is coming out like in 5 days. So I was like, well, maybe I'll hold off on getting a new game for 5 days. I think I can hang. I'll go back to playing Battlefront or Horizon or something for a few days to keep me occupied, or I'll do some, goodness forbid that I do some Lego stuff. So I was telling on here, it's Brick the System. A guy in our group, James, we're very close, which means I got to go order my things today. We're getting to the point where we've got to order our project support. So that's coming up. That's not right. And I've got to put in my order for what I want. I'm basically going to be trying to do, so it's going to be steampunk Venice, basically, right? So a city on the water, a city that's been flooded, or it just exists out in the water. I think more flooded than anything. But so it'll have canals and waterways, and people will travel by boat and airship. And there'll be lots of bridges and things, right? So mine's going to be kind of it's going to stick out a little bit. So there'll be 2 waterways and then corner waterways. So 4 base plates. And then I'm going to have like a house, and on the house is going to be like a windmill, but it's going to be like the corkscrew kind of windmill. And I'm going to have that turn. So I need to get some power functions and start making a frame for everything. And then on the farthest out part of the platforms, I'm going to build a tower with I'm going to use the frame from the Mars tower to do a lighthouse. So power functions hopefully will drive the windmill and then maybe the turning of the lighthouse. But I'm also going to try to find a way to maybe just get, because I want it to be lit too, and I want it to be very bright. I don't want it to be like a Lego light brick, because I think those are very weak and they don't last very long, and I don't want to have to keep replacing that at a show. So, so I'll need to figure out some lighting, and a way to get it lit. I think I can run a single light up there, and then it's got like a rotating mirror that just reflects the light. So it doesn't have to be, you know, two lights going like that, going around each other, or one light. So I got to figure out, you know, the slip discs for the wires and everything like that. It's going to be a lot of learning in the next year, which is good. I've been doing a lot of just building, and I haven't really learned any new techniques. So waiting for both lug bulk and project support to come in. Haven't been invoiced yet. Well, our project support, we've already got our lug bulk. Our project support order or application was approved on July 31st. So we have until next week to get this in. And then they're pretty quick about the invoice for project support. So I got to be on the ball for that. Flip back around. But, so hopefully, and I ordered, like I put in my personal pick for pieces, and I got a bunch of 1x2 round tiles in light gray. So I'm going to try to do a lot of stonework on the buildings, combine it with ingots and other tiles to try to give it sort of a, like it's been here a while, stone look. And I think those round tiles will help a little. LED Christmas lights, yeah, I could do that. Times 2. For the lighthouse light. I would only need like one light for the top of it. And it's probably got to be, I bet there's a kit. I bet there's a model kit for like trains and stuff that's got like a rotating, like it doesn't have to be Lego built. Like I'm okay not having it Lego built. That it's a unit that's battery, or that you can plug in. Maybe it's USB, or it's got leads. That's just a rotating light. Like I'm okay building a whole thing around that. So I'll do some digging and see what I can find. Okay, let's do this one first. Did you guys order your lug bulk late? Because I think we already got ours in June. But I can't remember when we ordered. Okay, well, I missed a step. Or they just gave me 2 extra of these. Yeah. So they're like, here, put this one in. That's why I was like, it doesn't really look good. It's because there were extra. So put one in there first, and then There, that's better. That looks better. Oh, okay, yeah, you may not get yours till October. I think we got ours pretty late. The last time we ordered late like that, but yeah. So, I glanced over to see all these Lord of the Rings figures here that I used for my medieval brewery castle build. And by the way, I don't think we'll get through this whole set today. I might just, it's not a huge thing, so I might just finish it on my own later. I don't want to get bogged down in doing like multiple streams of like small old sets, so we'll work on this one as long as we want. And then we finish it outside of this and get back into doing some designing. So I'm looking at the Lord of the Rings stuff. Have you all seen the trailer for the War of the Rohirrim? It's an anime movie coming out to theaters in December 13th. So be on the lookout for that. I'm excited for that. Looks cool. And I'll go ahead and say it. I'm looking forward to Season 2, The Rings of Power. I know it's not... it wasn't like everybody's favorite, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. I really hope that at some point they stop doing this. I don't know how, but I don't like that. Just a whole bag of parts that I'm not going to use for anything. Right, where's the dude's head? If you see a head on this table... Oh, there, it rolled away. Yeah, I'm excited for both those things. Animation is... there's quite a cool bit of animation coming out soon, so... So you got your Commander Fox. I don't know what print is wrong with him. I'm sure there's a print that's wrong somewhere. It's a phase 2 body and a phase 1 helmet, or I don't know, something like that. People smarter than me will figure it out. Yeah, it's fun. I won't say it's the greatest thing ever, but it's fun. I like it. Yeah, oh. I liked that way too much. As someone who played the games as a little kid, I was a little leery. But man, they did that really good. And I was excited because then they also did one about Zeus, about the Greek gods. And it looked like it was going to be by the same type of animators and stuff, and it was not good, like, at all. Like, this is, no, I don't know what this is, but I don't like it. But yeah, Castlevania was great. I loved it. The Witcher cartoon was pretty good too. Oh, Vox Machina is gonna, its new season's coming out soon. So that'll be fun. I saw a video about like all the animated stuff coming out, and now I can't remember most of it. Oh, there's gonna be like a video game anthology show and I think there's going to be some Warhammer in it. That's going to be coming out soon. I think it's Netflix, but I'm not sure. What else? There's no... Nope, not that. I have to go back and finish watching Prodigy, Star Trek Prodigy. I haven't watched the second season at all. I don't know that we talked about Castlevania. My throat just went a little weird on that. I don't know. Yeah, I enjoyed the heck out of that. I was going to say the Witcher cartoon also was kind of cool, and I feel like it was about the same animation style as that. I enjoyed that a lot too. Castlevania reminded me a little bit of Ian Flux, which is weird because I don't think Peter Chung was involved in Castlevania at all. But it had that sort of angular animation style. Oh, Arcane. Yeah, that was the other one. Arcane Season 2. Oh, just the best show on Netflix for a while. Or was it Prime? Whatever it was good. Like, I was shocked at how good that was. Know nothing about the game either. Nothing. You didn't have to. It was its own kind of story. They built it. They built the universe. They created the characters, and they brought you along for the ride. You didn't need to know anything about it. Oh, I tried to watch... That's what it was. I tried to watch Crisis on Infinite Earths. And they have part 1 and 2 out now. I think part 3 was coming out or is out or something. This came out 4 or 5 months ago. And it was and usually DC cartoons are excellent. Oh, I got another one I could talk about. DC cartoons are usually really, really good, right? Justice League stuff. And so I started watching this. I was like, I am bored. This is boring. And so I got to the end and it kind of left it on a little bit of a cliffhanger. And I'm like, I don't need to watch the other ones. This bored me. It was so slow. So if anybody wants to watch that, let me know what they thought of it. Great. Yeah, same. Knew nothing about the source material. I also watched, and I think this is on HBO or maybe Prime. I can't remember which. The Batman Caped Crusader was very, very good. It's still that Bruce Timm style Batman, the animated series style of stuff. And but it's a little more, I mean, it's still 1940s feel to it, but it feels like it was like this maybe happening shortly before the animated series. It feels like a lot of stuff is being set up for later. and the characters are slightly different. It's really good. I was very entertained by it. Cruised through it too. It was like I think it was 8 episodes, if I'm remembering correctly, or maybe 10. But had a blast watching it. And again, have not seen the new Aliens yet, but I do want to go watch it. Has anyone seen the new Crow movie yet? I heard it was terrible. I probably won't watch it. I have such fond memories of the 90s Crow that I don't think I'll go watch this. Yeah, it's really good. Hopefully it'll come out on something you can, like Blu-ray or something you can buy it later, because totally worth it. Yeah, I heard Crow was terrible. I haven't heard anything about Romulus yet. So... Well, and that's so weird because the formula isn't dumb people doing dumb things, but the last few Alien movies are just people doing dumb things. It's not like they're outsmarted, or it's not like it's inevitable what happens to them. It's just like you're making really bad. How did you get to the point where you are given command of a ship and now you're making these horrible decisions? Like, how did you get so far in the world? Which is why I think Prometheus bothered me so much, because I was like, first of all, we really didn't need a backstory like that. We didn't. It was fun. The idea of it was more fun than the actual execution. But then we saw it. I was like, you guys are all idiots. Why? And honestly, and I know I just watched it, so it's fresh in my mind, but that's kind of why I didn't think Passengers was all that bad, because it wasn't dumb. It was only 2 people, but they weren't dumb people, right? They actually were quite clever, and they got things when they needed to get things done. They did them, you know? They came together and fixed a lot of stuff. It wasn't like they made bad decisions. It's more of a Lost in Space thing where bad stuff was happening and it was up to them to try to figure out how to get out of the situation, versus your own dumb decision making is what caused us to be in this decision in the first place. My oldest child is watching, was going through, because they were going to go see Romulus, and so they texted me and were like, what do I need to watch in order to watch Romulus later? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what Aliens movies do I need to watch? I was like, well, I don't know exactly what time period Alien Romulus takes place. I think it takes place, like, after Alien 3. Like, shortly after Alien 3, but before 4. So it's not a reboot, but it takes place kind of in the similar timeline. And, I was like, so I think if you just watch 1 and 2, you'll probably be fine. Like, you'll get the idea. I was like, 3 really doesn't add a whole lot to it. 4 adds even less. But you can watch them if you want. So I was like, just 1 and 2 is probably fine. So they were texting me while they were watching 2. And it was funny to see them saying, wait a minute, the girl died? You know, I'm like, no. It's not right. Like, you didn't tell me the girl was gonna die. It's like, well, I didn't. Yeah, I agree. Like, those two were great. I didn't mind Aliens 3. I just forget how much talking is in that. Like, there's nothing wrong with the movie itself. It's a little long and it's a little boring, but there's nothing really wrong with it. It's got some really great performances, and you know, it asks some interesting questions, right? It's just, it doesn't really add anything. They could have done, 3 could have been right after 1. It could have gone 1, if you watch them in that order, 1, 3, 2. It actually is better for the story. Because it's almost like a continuation of 1, and then 2 is the action-y kind of, now we're gonna figure it out and all this stuff. This just sits in there like that for some reason. I liked what's his name in 3. Charles Dance is in 3. I think people forget that. That's kind of fun. What's his name? Now I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look it up. Give me a sec. And I'll tell you why I liked this guy so much. Charles Dutton. At the time, Charles Dutton, imagine him from Alien 3 with the big horn rim glasses. I thought I had him fan cast as Beast. When everybody, this is like pre-X-Men. And we're all casting like Harry Connick Jr. as Gambit and crap like that. I had him as Beast. I was like, he would be a great Beast. So these go down. Okay, and those go right here. Then we got these two guys, and we put these there. Cool. Oh, this is going to be one of those, you pick up the ship by this thing. Haven't seen the new Joker Folie à Deux yet. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't heard if it's good or bad. I do want to see it. I like that there's these like sort of ancillary out of universe takes on different characters, you know. I think that's kind of fun. All right, bag 4. Don't watch a lot of horror, but I loved, can't tell what that word is. Oh. So yeah, I think what Alien could have done is the first one was a good, it's basically a slasher movie, but a very well done artsy sci-fi slasher movie. And then 2 is just an 80s action movie. They could have like gone a little deeper with it and said, all right, what's up, Cliff? Yes, incrementally better every day. I just have to remember that I'm at the age where you don't bounce back like you used to. You just got to kind of take it as it comes. Like today I woke up without problems. A little sore from standing up, and I was doing some dishes and sorting some Lego, and I was like, nope, that's enough for today. So we'll see if that holds and it gets better and better. Thanks for being here. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Let's see. What they could have done, it was what I was thinking of, is like what I think the MCU could have done, in that the MCU does have a lot of, they've got a war movie, they've got an action movie, they've got kind of a mystery, they've got a heist, right? They've got different genres within their own kind of thing. I feel like had Aliens had that franchise, been a little smarter about where it was going. And it's hard to it when you're doing one to go, I have this vision for 40 years of exploring different movie variations within Hollywood, but in the eyes of this sort of alien franchise. But they could have like had a heist movie. They could have had a bit of a mystery. They could have had a buddy cop movie. You know, they could have done an art movie somehow. Hard sci-fi movie, which I think Prometheus was trying to be like hard sci-fi, but it was not. It was that was my problem, Cliff. When I was laid up and I couldn't move, I'm not like a super project focused person. I'm not like A-type personality or anything, but I can't stand not doing anything. If I have a video game to play, I'll play that for a few hours, and then I'm like, okay, now I have to go do something like productive, like with my hands. I have to do a chore, or I have to go do some Lego stuff. I can't just do nothing. So sitting around because I can't move and doing nothing is going out of my freaking mind. For like 4 days, I couldn't do anything. Because every time I stood up, it was like I couldn't stand up. So I'm like, oh, this is the worst. So, yeah. I get being lazy, but after a time, I'm like, I can't. There's a time for being lazy. I'll be lazy tomorrow, or I'll be lazy this afternoon. But I can't be lazy for 4 days straight. And Beth's like, you're not being lazy, you're healing. I'm like, it's taking too long. This healing process. I need a hypo spray and a thing from Dr. Crusher to just swipe it, and then I'm all better. Hate waiting around on this garbage. Yeah, I mean, they could, like, it could be an alien, it could be the alien world, and they're trying to steal bits of alien biology, or they think they're on a heist and they end up uncovering that it's an infestation and they have to kind of escape it, or because I don't even know what like the fourth movie was really supposed to be. I feel like that was the heist movie because they were mercenaries, but I don't remember honestly what they were supposed to do. They were in there to steal something. I just don't remember what it was now. And it ended up that they were being sent to, like, I don't know, I forget. And I don't want to rewatch it because I remember thinking, this is not great. This was the director of Amelie? This movie's terrible. Good morning / afternoon, evening to you, Mayo. Hope you're doing well. I see that NFL preseason has started. I only see that because I see highlights on my TikToks. That's 1:32 a.m. Never wrapped my brain around that. That actually does make sense. 14 hours ahead. Well, have a happy Monday then. And this goes right, y'all. I care more about week 0 college football than preseason. Let's see, I watched the women's Tour de France while I was convalescing. That was fun. Also, the Paralympics is coming up, so if you've got Peacock, don't cancel it yet. Because that's still coming up. This next week, the 28th. I will be watching that. I'm sure I will cry and sob at all the great stories of all the people who made it this far for being awesome people. All right, this says these bricks times 1. There. And then this guy. So, Acolyte was canceled. I'm sure we all saw that news. Oh, man. I remember Cadell Evans. I watched, I try to watch it every year, but my big year was when it was, my big time period was like in the mid 90s with the Postal Service team. And there was a great French writer, and this was like kind of the height. This was like when Lance Armstrong was starting, and so anyway, I try to keep up with it since, but I miss every other year. But this year I was trying to also watch like the Spanish tour. I forget when that one was called. I like cycling. I think it's got a lot of drama in it, and I like watching it. Oh yeah, I'm at like 8 something. I forget where I'm at. But thank you. 8:18. Woo! Oh man, Zissou, that was, I watched that drama unfold. Sam, oh, what's her last name? Sam Selu or something like that. From her first, like, what do you do when you're not playing rugby post on Instagram or whatever. And she's like, I buy and build Lego sets. And then the post where she's keeping a special shelf set aside for the Eiffel Tower. And like everybody in the comments went nuts and was like, Lego, you need to set this lady up. Medalist in the Olympics, big story, huge thing for US rugby. And then she got the package, and it had like, it came from somebody who was sent like their sig fig and had the artwork in it, and it was all covered in like gold leaf confetti and stuff, and it was really great. So good for them. I made a point to comment on it. Hey, we'd love to have you come talk at Brick Rodeo next year. Imagine, that'd be something special. So I'm gonna keep reaching out. Hopefully we can get her. I'm sure it would cost $1 billion to get her to speak at Brick Rodeo. Ooh, good use of that. So here's I can pull it off. Good use of that. Get this angle in here. It's pretty good. I was smiling so hard watching her excitement with the package. Yeah, American Rugby Sevens is slowly getting better after competing in the International Rugby Sevens Tour League. Yeah, and I think it's gaining a lot of popularity too. I think there's a growing number of people who aren't really on board with soccer because they feel like it's not a tough sport. After watching years of football, they're like, soccer's not a tough sport. They see a lot of people diving. They see a lot of time spent not doing a whole lot. I'm like, have you guys watched American football? I think there's like over an entire 3-hour game, there's like 14 minutes of actual play. So I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever. I get the diving and I get the, anyway, but I think rugby they see as a bit tougher. High action, high paced, pretty much always on the go. The scoring is fairly simple, you know. So I think it's probably going to get a resurgence thanks to the American teams doing well. And I'm all about just watching nothing but women's sports from now on. The stories are all there. The drive is all there. I think it's just a lot of fun. And hockey season starts pretty soon, so I am excited for that. I'm hoping the Avs get 2 of their players back. Well, I'm hoping one comes back. There's one player that went into the Players Assistance Program, and they were suspended because they alcohol and drug abuse and stuff like that. So they checked themselves into the which is great, the fact that they have that to check themselves into. But at the same time, they left in the middle of playoffs, which really hurt the team. And it's like, I don't know, get yourself together and we'll see. But I'm kind of hoping you don't come back if it's going to be that big of a problem. But, I want this person to get what they need, get the help they need. So 50-50. And the other one is the captain, the longtime captain, hurt his knee. And he's been gone for like a year. And after so long of not playing and being so injured, everyone's like, we can't wait till Landeskog's back. I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be as helpful as you guys think. Like, he's coming off a knee surgery or hip surgery, I think maybe. But anyway, I was like, I don't think he's going to be as instrumental as y'all think. So, inspired by Harold and Kumar, my son spent $60 at White Castle last night. Oh my dear Lord. Oh, that's why I watch hockey. It's so quick and so dangerous. And those guys are just so skilled. Like, you'd have to be skilled enough to handle a puck like that walking or running, but to also be skating while you're doing it, it blows my mind. It's like they're not even people. It's like they're these just imaginary fictional fantasy creatures that only exist in some sort of physicsless landscape. So I haven't heard. I'm going to ping the Subway people or the Sub Sandwich people, Thundercloud, and talk to them. I sent them how much the model was going to be, and they're like, cool, how big is it going to be? And I gave them the dimensions, and that's the last I heard, and that was like a month ago. So I'm hoping that didn't fall through, but I get if they're like, yeah, we decided not to do it, or we're going to wait and kind of do it later. I understand, but I kind of also want to be like, I don't want to get this in the middle of a different project where I'm like, oh crap, gotta set aside some time for this. And I don't honestly know what they're gonna do with it. Like, I feel like there should have been more of a campaign or something to go along with it versus just to have one, but I don't know. We'll see. Penguins are in Johnny's neighborhood. I don't know if he's a huge Penguins fan or not. Johnny and Bab's neighborhood. I have no idea. Oh, whoops. I needed a thing. I missed a whole thing, whole step. I think we had plans this afternoon, but I feel like those plans just went out the window. Oh, no, we are. Okay. All good. Are you supposed to fit in there and like attach? Okay, let me make sure I built this right. Okay, that's right. Right, and then flip it over and put that guy on it. Okay. Oh yeah, it is slightly off. Okay. Yeah, Penguins haven't been great the last like 3 or 4 years. I'm honestly not convinced the Avs are going to have a good year this year. I think there's just too much. I think they're in maintenance mode for a little bit. I think, honestly, the Cup win was a little bit of a fluke, but being so close to being like one of the worst seasons we've ever had. But we'll see. Maybe they will prove me wrong. Got some good news, some good new sign-ups, some trades. The farm club got a couple of good prospects, so maybe we will be able to call some people up, get some good depth. Speaking of hockey, I finally finished Shoresy Season 3. It was a lot more heartfelt than I was giving. Like, it was really good. Like, if you haven't watched Shoresy, do yourself a favor. Just really, really good. Like, a lot better than I think they're getting credit for. Okay. Well, that didn't stay on very well. Okay. Coming together. Oh, and then flip that over and push those in. That would have helped initially. All right, bag 5. Bag 5 might be it for today. Well, I don't know. It's only 11:15. Seems to be going pretty fast. Oh, it's not a Technic set. No, got a little puppy. I have no input on baseball. I see clips on TikTok of fun plays and stuff like that, and I understand what they are, but no input outside of that. I know the Rockies suck because my mom tells me that. She watches the Rockies. Other than that, no idea. So we hopefully get to go see they've got tickets. I just need to pay for them. The U.S. Women's National, the soccer team playing Iceland here in Austin. I think it's just a friendly because they're not gearing up. They're not seeding anything for World Cup yet. But it'll be cool after their high of their gold medal. That'll be fun. Which reminds me, I got to buy a vest so I can put U.S. women's team patches on that vest. Something to do with athletes hoarding balls or something. Fun plays are like once every 25 pitches in baseball. It puts me to sleep sometimes. So then they tease other with their ball collection with sports. Yeah, okay. Not hockey because there's no balls in hockey, but yeah. I was watching something. I was just flipping through my phone, and a clip of Cosmos came up with Carl Sagan. I was like, you know what? I would love to go back and watch the old Cosmos. I remember loving it as a kid, and I hadn't seen it in a long time. And I say a long time. I probably looked it up 5-6 years ago and watched a bunch of it. I watched the Neil deGrasse Tyson ones, but Neil deGrasse Tyson has kind of since turned into not a great science communicator in my mind anymore. So I looked up Cosmos and found it. Somebody had put the first episode up on YouTube, so I started watching it and instantly fell asleep. I was like, oh yeah, the music, like Vangelis plays the background music or something, and I was like, oh yeah, there it is, and just instantly fell asleep. And Beth was already taking a nap, so I had to like go crawl in bed with her, and I'm like, oh, I was watching Cosmos. She's like, I don't know what that means. I'm like, it put me right to sleep. His voice is so soothing. His Carl Sagan's voice. And everything's either a graphic of them flying through space or the shores of a beach. And I'm just like, sleepy time. Carl Sagan was active when baseball wasn't boring. All right, so far this build has been not surprising. Like, there hasn't been really anything that I'm like, ooh, that's a cool technique. Like, everything that I've seen has been, yeah, that makes sense. You put this here to reinforce this. This is going to come into play later. This floats here because it's a whatever friction kind of thing. So if you're looking for a challenging build, this really isn't it. So you need to find you, Zissou, like an AHL team to watch, or lower. We would have the Ice Bats here in Austin, and tickets to the game were like $8, and beer was like $5 or something like that. That's the way to go. There's a AHL team here. The the Texas Stars. They play up in Cedar Park, which is north of Austin. It's a suburb of Austin. And the tickets aren't expensive. Half the time you could probably get them from HEB or something for pretty cheap. But yeah, that's fun. Going to the small games. I've only been to a couple NHL games in my life. 2 Avs versus Stars games and 1 Capitals versus somebody. We were in DC and we just happened to be walking by and we're like, hey, let's go to a Capitals game. So this is a giant sticker that goes on this giant plate, but that's a 4x4 dark red tile. I'm not putting a sticker on that. That's a nice piece. Kentucky Thoroughblades. Nice. I should ask Beth about if she has any awareness of that. She won't. So it's everybody's plans for the rest of the month. What do you got coming up? End of summer, beginning of school. Anything fun coming up? Any vacations or anything you're looking forward to? Anybody going to like, I think Brick Slopes already started or is over now. So I don't know if anybody went to that. Brick Fair Virginia was like a week ago. It's a pretty good way to get, and then these should open, so there's going to be stuff in there. But those aren't the only things that are going to open. These will open too. Big sides, so that's cool. Alright, time to start building wings. Oh, today's the last day of Brick Slopes? Cool. Yeah, that's one I think I might try to go to next year. Zelda said, D&D minifigs, just trying to survive work. That's what you're planning on getting soon? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm 100% here for Oktoberfest season to start. That's my favorite season of the year. And it's not very long-lived, and not too many people celebrate it. And but I'm excited for it to begin, because that means cooler temperatures are right around the corner. And by that, here in Austin, I mean that cooler temperatures are now 3 months away. HBO Penguin show, is that the Colin Farrell Penguin TV show, or is it going to be an animated show? The Penguin from the Pattinson Batman. There's another sticker to go on that, and I'm not doing that. Oh, I missed something. Something somewhere. Oh, I know where it was. Right in there. Forgot about that guy. End of August, need to get my Lego City back in order. There you go. David Tucker. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, October. So Tucker is an IRL friend, and he's another beer snob. He is like my guru for beers. So anytime there's anything to do with that, he's usually involved, and we'll chat about it. But it was like I summoned you. Oktoberfest. Yes. Yeah, I don't think there's anything specific going on this year that I'm excited for, or anything in terms of that, but I don't know. Something might come up. Oh wait, that's 9. 6. The 6 give us, yes, we get a new figure. How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a bit. Did you see that thing Tom posted about Kyle Kinane? If he gets tickets, I would love to be involved. If he doesn't get, like, try to reserve tickets for everybody, I will definitely want to go to that. I'll get tickets for myself. All right, we've got another Coruscant guard here. These are some of my favorites. When I'm playing Battlefront, I like to pick this get up, even though a Coruscant guard's not necessarily going to be on Mustafar. What is that planet with the funky plants? Starts with an F, I think. Or any of the other planets, Hoth, whatever. So there's that. Coruscant guard. Try to focus on that. There you go. And I think he's only got one head print because his head's covered. Pretty basic print. So there you go. Some good cockpit pieces. Not that. So, I need to tell everybody to set aside what's the date going to be. I think we're going to actually do January 4th. I'm going to try to do January 4th this year for the Tolkien Marathon and Feast. Tolkien's birthday is the 3rd. So that works out pretty well. So I need to get that on everybody's books. Because I know there'll be birthday parties, and I know there'll be New Year's parties and stuff. What's up, Greg? How you doing? How's Beaumont? No, Umbara was the Felucia. I'm thinking of Felucia. I knew it started with an F. Umbara is the dark planet with the Umbaran. They've got those weird sort of organic-looking ships and the centipede tanks and stuff. Felucia is like the brightly colored, not day glow, but just very brightly colored plant life. They had a few things in the Clone Wars go on there. That's so January 3rd, I think, or January 4th. That's Saturday. I thought about doing it maybe on the 11th, but I think that's too far away from the beginning of the year. I think is fine. That's Tucker. That's the one flower set I don't have is the roses. I need to get that before it goes away. It's only like $50. I should just get it. Maybe next paycheck. I just got these two guys. So this will be the next stream. Thursday we'll do a design stream, and then Monday or Sunday we'll do another build, and we'll do those two. The chrysanthemum and the plum blossom. I think we'll probably knock these out in like an hour. So I have to figure out something else to build after that. I think I have other things. Oh, we can take apart the astronaut and build a space dog. Because I will definitely do that. So if anybody wants to come to Austin, if you're looking for a reason to come to Austin, if you come to Austin in January, Beth and I host a Lord of the Rings marathon and feast day where we will start the extended edition movies on various screens in the house and let them play all day, all 3 movies, and it's usually done about 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night. And we also will have food throughout the day. And I usually will start people off with a breakfast. I need to get a grill by then. Take care, Zissou. Have a good rest of your weekend. And then, yeah, we will hang out and people will talk stuff all day. Come in and out, pop in and out, stay as long as you like. Some people show up right at the beginning and stay all day. Sadly, some people come to watch the movies because they haven't seen them before. They haven't seen them in a long time. And I tell people don't be expected to like hear the movies because there's going to be a lot of people here and saw that are going on. Oh yeah, the Simba's out right now. There's a lot of stuff coming out. There's some more Animal Crossing stuff, some more Zelda stuff, Mario Kart stuff. Something that Melissa might be interested in. They've got Wicked stuff coming out in about a month or so. The Advent calendars are going to probably come out in about a week. So if you're into the Advent calendars, make sure to keep your eye on the stores. Those will be coming out soon. Do we have a Hobbit feast? So what we usually do is... Take care, Mayo. Thanks for popping in. Get some sleep, eh? We don't have a Hobbit feast, but what I try to do is get people to bring something for one of the various meals throughout the day. So we've got breakfast, second breakfast, 11Z's, luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, and supper, right? So there's 7. So I will usually try to provide breakfast and second breakfast because breakfast is mostly just for me. Nobody's going to show up at 9 o'clock when I start the movies. But I will usually have I'll do a massive scrambled eggs and like a bunch of bacon or something like that. And then lots of things for toast or muffins. And then second breakfast is usually just kind of more of the same, but maybe I'll have like a bunch of coffee cakes or something a little sweeter. As well as just I'm constantly making coffee, like pot after pot of coffee. So that's usually what I try to do. And then I have people sign up or, just mention on the Facebook group invitation that they'll bring something for this time. They'll be here at noon and they'll bring this, or can I show up and use your oven because I want to do this, So it's a good day. It's a lot of fun. We just hang out. It's a good time to see everybody. Oh, you saw an advent calendar at Kohl's. Wow. I need to randomly pop into Kohl's more often. Forget that they've got all kinds of stuff. I didn't do that right. Oh no, that's okay. Oh, why I thought that looked like there was an added piece there, but there isn't. Yeah, the Wicked stuff looks okay. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty good. The buildable figures are pretty weird looking, but like in a good way. Like, I haven't seen anything quite like that. I think they've got a new piece for the hands. Oh, I don't like that. I wish they would have done something else with that. That big old gap there. Not a fan. Oh, we were talking about Romulus earlier in the stream, Greg. How did you like it? What are your thoughts? And had you seen all the previous Alien movies? Or at least some of the previous Alien movies. Do you own the quadrilogy? Or the quintology? It's one of the others. It's the thing that doesn't mean 3 or 5, but means 3 or something. The third act was masterful. Interesting. Well, I have more faith now. That's an interesting technique, I will say. So I don't know, this is built like that, and then there's a tile in there just to be able to get some very solid hooks up there instead of doing just like tiles with the clips on them for the canopies. So that's interesting. The Wicked characters look more like the girly line of Lego. It's fine, it's just different. Yeah, they do look like giant buildable Friends figures, the Friends line. And they almost look like Bratz. The Bratz toys with the big heads kind of thing. And yeah, they look fine. I'm just, the arms are what interested me. They've got this weird sort of... Uh-oh. I missed a thing. They've got these weird, like, skinny arms on these kind of bulbous heads and brick-built dresses and things like that. So I actually kind of want to get one. Does it just sit there? Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. So it goes under this lip here, and then you push down to get it in this clip. That's a kind of a cool build technique there. It's only on the clip up here, right? But then it just sits in there. Like, they're not even worried about connecting it, but it looks good, right? It looks like it fits up in there, sort of. I don't want the sail barge to be a thing at all, honestly. No desire for that. Other than, you know what? I say that, but let's discuss how many kind of cool figures we might get. And if they're actually needed or not. We'll get a bunch of Weequay pirates. We'll get our Weequay figures, which we have already. We'll get a black Luke. Black Jedi suit Luke. We'll get a Hutt Slayer Leia, maybe. I almost doubt that we will. We will get a white shirt Han. We don't need. We'll get a Hutt Guard Lando, which I don't think we'll need. I think we've already got that. I'm trying to think of like ancillary characters, like the guy in the deck who's firing the gun at the skiff. If there's going to be a Boba Fett. If we're going to get a Salacious Crumb kind of micro figure somehow, something like Gollum, things like that. So, you know, the figures might be okay to get. Kind of the same reason you get the Cantina. It's like, it's a fine set. There's nothing wrong with it. It's big, but it comes with like 38 figures or whatever. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things they could do UCS-wise that's not the sail barge. They could have done like, you know what would be honestly pretty cool, I think, is, and I actually started designing this, is a UCS Vulture Droid and have it be transformable, right? So you can have it in two modes, Starship mode or Walker mode. I think that would be pretty cool. I'm not a giant Clone Wars fan over original trilogy, but I think that would be pretty cool. I think that got underrepresented in the Lego sets a lot, despite being like a huge part of the lore and the universe. So an R2 with the serving tray. Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. And I know how they do that. They would just put it, they just have, I could do it right now. You do, instead of the head, you put a 2x4 plate and then the head, and on the sides, you could do drinks. That's all you'd have to do. I could do one right now. Let's do it. Let's see if we can find an R2. I'm sure I got droids around here. Well, Tucker knows how to distract an ADD Lego builder. This is an R2, but this is a one I could grab real quick. What's up, Vab? Okay, let's see if I can find... How you doing, man? I don't think I have a bottle. I put all my bottles out. That's how you do the R2 with a serving tray. That's what you're gonna see. Something like that. That has nothing to do with this set, but we're gonna put it there because it's the right color. It's an R5 droid. Just woke up. Lifa Riley. Look at Vab over here. You probably went to bed at like 3 in the morning though, right? Yeah, so we're not going to get this done by noon. I've only got 3 bags left, but so I'll finish this up on my own time. You guys know what a gunship looks like, I'm assuming. And we haven't really stumbled onto any cool parts or techniques, really. Dark red ingot. I would buy a lot of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You like my Lego beer glasses, Tucker? I've got ales, stouts, and lagers. Got these from a place called Eclipse Graphics. I was going to build a Lego model of Growler, and I got sidetracked. So at some point, I'd like to finish that. It was a lug Discord night. Got it. Should do those. What do you guys do on your lug Discords nights? You just have chats running, video chat running, and then everybody just kind of sits around and sorts and chats and hangs out? Didn't you already build Growler? No. Let's see. How far did I get? I'm gonna open this up real quick. Tucker's just here to distract me. I have it. How far did I get? Oh, I got pretty far. Oh, no, I didn't. I got the front. I got the front done. Yeah, so not too bad. I got to figure out the insides, but yeah, the front of it is pretty good. And those are the cups. So it's pretty good. They've changed a little bit, so I'm gonna have to add more on one side where all they've got like a permanent tent, enclosed area with new picnic tables and stuff. So that's some things have changed, but yeah, I was really worried about this color for a while, and I don't think it's that big of a deal now. So this file's pretty old, but yeah, I do have it. I've got a lot of those kind of half-built ideas to start with. Tomorrow I'm planning to go to Chick-fil-A. Nice. We just got a Chick-fil-A up here in Pflugerville. Hate chicken. We got a hate chicken up here. I'm sure people are clamoring to go to it. Meanwhile, I'm like yelling and pointing over at Cane's and Zaxby's going, you guys, we've got chicken places. We don't need hate chicken. Oh, yeah. Do you guys get P. Terry's out there in Beaumont? We got a P. Terry's. Their shake of the month is Nutella. It's so good. I built a brewery, a medieval brewery. I think that's maybe what you saw. I think you saw this. This is just a little medieval brewery. That has little tables outside of it, and it needs a name. I forgot what I was going to call it, but this was just in front. This was a part of a castle. We had all these castle walls, and so this was just me trying to decorate mine a little bit, so it was a little different from just the wall. Oh, so just like evening, hey people, let's talk because we all like each other. That's cool. Forbidden politics talks. Uh-oh. Yeah, I like Cane's a lot. It's funny when I work downtown. I try to bring a lunch for the most part, but when the days I forget, I will go to P. Terry's or Cane's, and I'm already starting to get, I can hear the congestion. It's down near campus, so it goes, I go down this street and then I turn and it's P. Terry's, and right next to P. Terry's is Chick-fil-A, and then across the street from that is Cane's. And the Chick-fil-A has 2 drive-through lanes and a cop and lines backed up down the street. Meanwhile, P. Terry's and Cane's have like 3 people in line. And I'm like, you guys, just go right next door to Cane's. You get you a chicken sandwich like right away. But I always laugh because I'm like, all right, you guys just sit here and wait forever for your hate chicken. I got you. All right, so this goes in here like this. I can't see where that goes in. Right there, I guess. And this guy goes in here. This guy goes in here. I think. Yep. This is the part where if you're a child, you're like, Mom, Dad. Because if I'm having problems doing it, an 8-year-old is going to have problems doing it. Or I don't know, maybe an 8-year-old would be fine with it. Alright, so that's going to be your door that slides open and close. So let's keep that open. I also want to try Jollibee. I have never heard of that. What is that? All right, so this is it for today. We're going to finish up this bag and be done with today. Yeah, you guys know what this looks like. It looks like this. So nothing really major. And we got the cool figures out of the way. We got these two, Padme and Commander Fox. So not missing much. And then this Thursday we'll either do, trying to think, this actually pleases me a lot. This is going to be great because it's going to be angled tiles and wedge plates instead of stickers. So that's really cool. I'm glad they did that. I'm very excited for this. Saw that on the box. I'm like, yeah, man, about time somebody did that. Ooh, did Jollibee get to North Austin yet? No, Greg lives in Beaumont, so it's not, I don't know, I've never heard of a Jollibee. I don't know what that is. And no, it hasn't got out here yet. Is there one in South Austin? Philippine fried chicken place. Ooh, yeah, I would go there. I don't know what this music is, but it's pretty rad. I'm liking it. There's a few in Houston. I haven't been out to Houston in a year. I was out in Sugar Land, which is not Houston, I know, last summer. Oh, this is spectacular. That's really nice. I like it. And it's only 2 plates thin. I mean, you can do that, right? No, they're supposed to open a few in Round Rock and Cedar Park soonish, and Nando's at Mueller. At Miller. A Nando's, huh? I'll feel like 100% British going to a Nando's. Well, I mean, we're like border Round Rock, so as soon as it opens up there, we'll probably be just as close. I don't need to explain that to you. You know where I am. They could have did those stripes in all the... Yeah, I don't know why they had to put those plates on there. I think for stability or something. But yeah, all of that could have been done in tile. I agree. I'm happy that it's not a sticker, but I agree. Flippy, flippy, flippy. I'm skipping ahead a little bit because I've got an extra thing. And I don't see where I'm using it. Yeah, I'm a little worried. Did I miss something somewhere? This whole piece. That's too big to be a extra, so I'm just backtracking to make sure. Oh, there it is. All good. I'm like, whoa, before we finish this, let's find out why I'm not seeing that done anywhere. Yeah. So Thursday, I'm not sure what to do yet. If we want to keep working on that, working on the Slitherfang from Zero Dawn. This is why they did the studs, is so you could put these tiles on it. They probably could have done it in a better way, but these are supposed to be like you're looking through. There's supposed to be slats in the. I don't like that. It only sits on one of those. Slats in the doors. Instead of leaving them open, they make these transparent so it looks like you're looking through them. And I bet they went rounds with this too. Like, can we make these like actual open slats? And they're probably like not structurally, and keep it very structurally solid. So that's my guess. And then flip it back over and do that. And do that. Uh-oh. Okay. Missing a piece there. So, last couple of minutes, let's go through this and find out where I effed this up. I don't think any of that, because that's only 2 things wide. Okay. Easy enough. So this then attaches here, and it gives you the angle that you need, like a so. Yeah, so this goes back and forth now. Right, and there's your angle, which is good because they need that angle. They need that sort of squat, fat bottom. And then you can probably use this piece back here to open the door, right? So you don't have to use your fingers to open that like that. So that's pretty cool. All right. Well, that's it for now. I got 3 more bags to finish, so I'll probably just sit here and work on them the rest of the day. But thanks for being here, everybody. I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday, rest of your weekend. I will be back, I think. Let me check my calendar. I think I'll be back Thursday. Make sure to hop over and check out Johnny's premiere right now. Of the he's got the Brick Fair Virginia premiere, his mock walkthrough. Yeah, I don't have anything really going on this Thursday that I know of, so I'll be back Thursday to do some design work. I don't know what yet. Q2, Microfighter, Zero Dawn, something. So you guys take care. Have a good rest of your Sunday, rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you later. Bye.